It is not a crime per se, meaning you will go to jail, but it is illegal or unlawful. That means you go home. That's what that means. If you don't get caught, you don't go home. And that's the problem. Too many of y'all think since you never got caught, you're never going to get caught.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
But I have a kid. If I know, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? That's what happens to my kids. I can't help it. But you can if you could just move out the way. You're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing peaceful? No, it's not.
How do you as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. I care so much.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
We the people! We the people! We the people!
Yeah! Scared people stay in the house. Scared people don't come outside and light cars on fire and get on top of them and take selfies. Scared people don't come out and throw rocks at cops and live stream it. That's not what scared people do. I know what scared people do. You ever been scared? You go back in the house and lock all the doors, hit every lock. Clack, 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 clack. That's what scared people do. So this whole idea that we got a bunch of people that are out in the streets right now because they're so afraid of ICE, it's bogus. Those aren't the people that are being worried about being detained or deported. Those people are in the house. So these people, the people that are undocumented, those people, they're being scapegoated by young dumbasses who want to show their asses in virtual signal or are just bored. They're on the streets doing who knows what. Meanwhile, the people that are who need help, who are really facing what is an uncertain future, those people are at home going, please leave me alone. Please, I just want to do my job. So that's the first thing. Second thing is this. And I saw a Mexican brother speak to this. I don't know his name, but he said it. He said it very well. It's the craziest hypocrisy there is that people who say they want to stay in the country, they want to stay in the United States, they aren't citizens of the United States, but they want to be in the United States, or out here protesting against the United States. They don't want to go back to Mexico, but they're waving the Mexican flag, burning the American flag, while saying, let us stay in America. I don't know if this makes any damn sense. I can't even think of an analogy where I could even recreate this scenario. Let me get this right. You got a new lady, new friend. You think she's amazing. You left your old ex. You had an ex. You were with her. You're not with her. You don't want to go back to her. But you're pissed at your you're pissed with your girl. You're pissed at her, your current lady. So you bring up your ex while cursing out your lady because she wants you to leave. Go home. No, your real home. Or just date other people. Yeah, just date other people, Johnson. It's too confusing, man. I'm getting a headache, man. I don't have license for this. I'm not a therapist. You need help. You need to seek therapy. This is a conundrum. This don't make no damn sense. And you know what? This will be fine, Johnson. This will be fine. You know what? It will be fine, and you're allowed to be dumb if you want to be dumb. This is America. But check it out. I wish you would do us the respect, give us the respect of not doing it in front of the blacks. Because we've been through real shit in this country. You know what I'm saying? Our people went through real stuff in this country. I'm the first male in my family, me, to have all the rights of a white guy who had just for coming out of his mother's uterus in Nebraska. He didn't do nothing special. He was just born white. And my people been here since the 1700s. So I got to listen to this. I got to listen to these people complain about a country they're not even from, saying they don't treat them right. What? It's not treating them right. And then I got to hear elite liberal talking heads and other compromised sellout scumbags bring up blackness to defend these people who can just go home. Once you save some of the burning up shit energy and go rebuild your shit at home, you know, the place you were born. If you were born here, you're an American citizen. So I'm not talking to you. If you're here illegally, you're illegal. I'm not going to, sometimes I'll say undocumented, sometimes I'll say illegal. Sometimes I call people black, sometimes I call them other words when I'm around certain company. And sometimes I've heard I should call them beloved.
We do not want to play into the administration's hands. We're working with officials, we're organizing resources, but what we're seeing in Los Angeles is chaos that is provoked by the administration. When you raid Home Depot and workplaces, when you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored caravans through our streets, you cause fear and you cause panic.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
Tim Black's BS detector.
You know what happened every day of the week, twice on Sunday? If in the hood there was a business that was run, they had a bunch of people at it that were black who had warrants. Yeah, if the cops knew that there was a business that had a bunch of black people that had warrants for their arrest, they'd be there every day on the dot. They'd be like, you can set your watch to it. This idea that it's wrong for them to raid businesses where people have warrants, it's crazy. They do it in the hood all the time. Anybody seen The Wire? I mean, if you haven't seen it yourselves, I saw it in real life in 3D. But if you need a TV reference, go watch The Wire or Snowfall or something. I mean, get with it. But this idea that these people should not be subjected to being legal, once again, if you're here unlawfully through unlawful entry or unlawfully through overstaying your visa, you are here illegally. The penalty for that, the first offense is not jail. It's typically deportation. It is not a crime per se, meaning you will go to jail, but it is illegal or unlawful. That means you go home. That's what that means. If you don't get caught, you don't go home. And that's the problem. Too many of y'all think since you never got caught, you're never going to get caught. And take it for somebody who drove on a suspended license before. One day, when you least expect it, expect it. It is what it is. Them days are behind me. Far behind me, in the rearview, Johnson. But anybody who's had a suspended license, didn't pay a ticket, had their license suspended, who drove on it, if they one day they're driving and something happened and they get pulled over and hello, it's almost like you can't believe what's happening. But believe it. Well, that's what's happening to these people. And it ain't that crazy. It ain't that strange. It's just they're so pampered and entitled. They think because they got Netflix and got on a pair of Air Force Ones or got some Jordans on and watched The Last of Us, that they are like Kendrick Lamar. But you're not like us. You're not documented. Go take care of that shit. Anywhere you look, you're going to have Democrats saying the opposite. And that's because they need those Latino votes in order to be competitive in the races. That's what I believe is going on here. They got to have some hope because they're losing black support. They got to kind of go for some of the Latino support, but they don't get it. A lot of Latinos do not support this. I know they were using a lot of sound clips of Latinos upset about deportations. Once again, I think it's a big mistake to think that my Latino brothers and sisters aren't documented. It's a lot of Latino citizens in this country who don't want their jobs undercut by new arrivals who haven't gone through the same process they had to go through. Yeah, the process sucks. They went through it. They paid their dues. They're here, and they don't want some other people coming in making life harder for them. But the Democrats, they got to act like, they got to pretend like they think what they're doing is correct because they think it's still viable in the election scheme matter of things. It's not. It's not working. You see where America is. The numbers aren't lying. The numbers are what they are. Most Americans want their deportations to happen. That's just what it is. Democrats can't boo-hoo it away. They can put whatever they want. They can put MSNBC on and have people, Morning Joe and Abby Phillips Show, Newsnight or whatever, and anybody get up and say anything they want to say, and Eddie Glide and the rest of them can grandstand and Bakari can argue. All of them have those conversations. But what do real people feel? What are they thinking? What will the votes show? Huh? They'll show the Democrats are out to lunch. That's what it'll show. And when they get beat like a drum come to midterms, the proof will be in the pudding. It is what you think it is, baby. It's not the other thing. You want it to be one way, but it ain't that way. It's the other way. And that's the problem with the Democrats.
But remember, a lot of these peaceful protests are being generated because the President of the United States is sowing chaos and confusion by arresting people.
Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.